What about the healing? All right, this is a general read, not a personal read. All 12 signs, all signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Cross Watcher. So I guess I can say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for clicking. Thank you on this channel. Thank you for subscribing. I'm honored and welcome. Let's get into the read. All right, so I'm going to say this. I don't know what is actually going on in the energy with the collective. But what I do know is that as the collective as a whole, it is okay. I'm gonna say this. As a collective as a whole, the energy is shifting, and as the energy shift, people, places, and things, they're going to shift. They are shifting. They are chasing. They are running. They are obsessively watching. They are obsessively stalking. We've been here before where obsessively, they just constantly watch, constantly invade. But at this point in the game, we're not where we used to be. We're not the people we used to be. The collective is not where they used to be. Those tactics, those obsessions, that stalking, that monitoring spirit, monitoring us as a collective. Those tactics, those things don't work those things don't bother us. Those things don't get us in a tensy, in a low vibration like it used to. Because it felt like you were being attacked, like you were all alone and you was just attacked, and you're isolated and people just keep watching you, and it just felt like you couldn't go anywhere or do anything. It's always was someone watching you, and so it bothered you. But it ain't that type of party no more. So when I see this energy keep coming out, and it keep coming out, it's the same scenario, the same stuff, I'm getting a little I'm like, what is going on? We had already been here, done that, and definitely got the t-shirt on many occasions about this. But the thing is, they don't have anything else to do. They don't know nothing else to do but to revert back to what they used to do. Nothing else works. Nothing have worked. But in the past, they felt like they had a little more leadway with you. They felt like they could see a little something happening on their behalf. They could see you a little stuck. They could see you a little stagnant. They could see you a little irritated. They could see you a little frustrated with some of the things that they used to do. So they're trying to revert back to the things they used to do, not knowing and not realizing that you've outgrown that. Those tactics, those things are not going to work with you anymore. That stuff that they're doing, they used to do, was used to irritate you or frustrate you, and you just be mad because you got to be bothered. When that don't work no more, because you unbothered. You unbothered. You don't care. You don't care about that. You don't care about what they do. You don't care about what they sending. You don't care about nothing. Because at the interim and at the end of the day, you have things that's on your mind that supersedes what they talking about, that supersedes what they thinking about, supersede all the foolishness, all the stuff that they're talking about. You got bigger fish to fry. See, they used to be able to get you with that and distract you and have you all upset and have you feeling isolated and alone and don't nobody understand and they don't get it and you don't get it, and you know, these people keep bothering you and they won't leave you alone. They used to be able to get you with that. But at this point, they used to get you with being a bully, trying to force their way in and bind their way in and punch their way in and box you in and place you in a box where you can't move. And they used to be able to do all those things, and that used to bother you. But at this point, you don't care. You don't care about them. You don't care about them. You don't care about what they think, how they feel. You simply do not care. You don't care that they still like you. They still want to meet with you. They still want to be with you. You don't care that they want to talk to you but can't. They want to talk to you but can't. You don't care that they want to come out of being blocked and those boundaries lifted, them strong boundaries lifted off of them. You don't care about that because the answer is no. You're blocked. You're going to continue to be blocked. And those boundaries, I'm going to put an extra layer of strongness and strength on those boundaries. Because I really don't care about you, your feelings, and what it is that you're talking about. I want you to leave me alone. And so you think that you are a bully. You think that you're bullying the collective. You think that you're bullying and that you're effective. That was way back when. We the collective, we not putting up with that. You only got one time. Once we learn what you're doing, we know what you're doing, we see what you're doing, you're blocked. You blocked, you outsmarted, you outsmart, you outmaneuvered. You're blocked, the boundaries, the cords is cut. There's no way to come back. The answer is no. And it's going to be 10 times fold. Soon as I realize, soon as you come in with this foolishness, I know I got to up my game. Put double for the trouble. So I can really, really not be bothered. They really, really trying to go back to revert back to their old ways of bullying you. Well, they felt like they had the upper hand, where they could force their way in. They could conjure their way in. They can make you weak and try to bind you or bound you up in some type of way to stop you from having control over love, money, what you believe, your faith and wanting you to be chained to this, bound to this. But that's not who you are. That's not who you are. And at one point, they thought they had the upper hand when they were forcing their way in your life, evading your space and monitoring you and watching you and blocking you and, projecting things onto you, sickness and trying to mess with your money, your finances, and on and on and on. We know the story. It's all rooted because they don't want nobody else to come in and like you. They don't want anybody else to come in and respect you. They don't want no one else to come in and give you the love, give you the respect, and give you the honor that you deserve. They don't want anybody to come in and give you that. This love offer. They want the love offer to be taken away from you because they were too in their pride and ego to see your value and your worth. They used and abused you. It's the same story. It's the same thing over and over and over and over again. But I choose, because it's the same energy, I choose to tell them about themselves every time. They want to invade my channel and invade this board and keep putting the same energy out, but I dictate what I put out. You want this person not to be loved or liked or dated. I just put it out. I think it's on, I don't remember. I think it's on this channel about dating, respect, love. You're dating. They're trying to turn it around. They don't want the love to come in. They're trying to block the love offer, the love from coming in, because they was too foolish and too greedy to see your worth and your value, to treat you right with dignity and respect. And so now they out the door. They trying to bully their way in. They trying to bully and make themselves relevant. But your eyes refuse to give them any of your time, any of your effort, which makes them irrelevant. They're irrelevant. They don't mean anything. Their time is over. And just because they want to bully, and just because they want to be seen, and they want to force their way in, bogart their way in to your life, your love life, they think that that is going to be the way to force their way in to try to disrupt whatever you're doing, whatever you're dating, whoever you're dating, whatever you got going on, because in the past they were able to do it. But this is a new day. This is a new day. Don't nobody, if in this day and age right now, if this person could come in and ruin, then that wasn't a person for you. You ain't looking for that. You ain't looking for that person. They done you a favor. You want somebody, and you looking for somebody who like you and you like them, that ain't studying them just like you ain't studying them. They're not relevant to you. They not relevant to them. They hold no regard. You don't even like them like that. You are different. You have self-respect. This person don't even respect themselves. They don't even respect love. They don't even know the difference between love and sex and lust. They don't. All of it rolls together. That's why they don't know how to have a relationship. They don't know how to be intimate without having sex, sex. Because they don't know the difference. Everything is bam, 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 bam. It's no intimacy. It's no love. It's no time. It's no effort. It's not, they don't know how to make someone feel loved without lusting after them, giving them that lust. Lust is temporal. It's not long lasting. But love, when you can give yourself, give love to someone without sex, give them intimacy, it surpasses lust. Lust is temporal. That's an hour max. Intimacy goes really, really deep. It goes all deep into your emotions, your feelings, through your body. It make you feel all the way through your senses, all the way through your body. If you know how to do that, if you know how to touch, if you know how to kiss, if you know how to be intimate with someone, it's sharing that love, making them feel that love, touching them in such a way that they feel loved, that you don't even have to interact with them in a sex way. But you have to be able to have a mindset to do that. When you're able to love somebody intimately, when you're able to do that, then you can have a long-lasting relationship. You're not solely dependent on sex. It goes deeper than that. So that's what the problem lay with this type of person, this bully. Because they only know one way. They go from person to person to person. Lust, lust, lust. They don't know how to love. They know how to lust. And lust, again, is temporal. So when they come to you, they giving you a temporal. They're not giving you a long time. They're only giving you that 15, 20, 30 minutes. And they may give you a couple of days. They may give you a week. They may give you a month. But after a time, when they done with you, then those eyes go back roaming. Who's the next person? Because it's temporal. They haven't, you haven't touched them deeply, and they have not touched you deeply enough where you can be fed. You could be fed love, true love. You will be able to feel the love that person that you have. You can be able to give that love to another individual. They could feel the love that you have for them. And it should be vice versa. But that is a whole intimacy and lust. That's a whole nother reading. It's a whole nother thing. This person is going through this emotional pain because they right back where they were before. They right back. There's no healing. They refuse to heal. They refuse to take ownership and take responsibility for the parts that they played and the things that they did, which is going to always keep them here. Where you, the collective, are able to move on because you took that time. You took that time. You took that effort. And now you ready. You absolutely are ready to get out there, and you earned it. You earned it. You earned this. To go out there and date and have fun and, go out to the movies, have dinner, laugh, joke around. Not just with one person, unless you made that choice to just settle, not to settle. You made this choice that this is the one that you want to give your time to. But that's your decision. And we right back talking about this love thing again. And I don't do love readings unless it come on the board. But we right back here talking about this because this person here is beside themselves. They always have been able to come in. They always been able to trick. They always been able to manipulate. They always been able to intervene and sabotage your love based off of their ego and pride, not being able to step up and be the man, the woman that they need to be able to come out and man up and say how they truly feel. They won't say how they truly feel. You can't tell somebody how you feel. How you gonna be able to? You too scared to talk. If you're too scared to talk and tell somebody how you feel, you definitely need to be going on about your business. It's no longer the game. That game is over with, raiding around for people, places, and things that can't talk, can't speak, want to play games and trick to try to get you to come and talk and get you. Man up, woman up. You want somebody's attention, you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to say what you need to say and be about it. Nobody is coming back to you to talk to you. Nobody's coming to float your boat and your ego and your pride. Nobody's doing that. If you want something, you need to get up and go after it. Nobody's doing that for you. Those days been gone. But for the most part, this here, you got intellect, envious. Envious because you use your mind, you use your intuition, you use what God has given you to move on with your life. They stuck stagnant because they can't even speak up for themselves. They playing that same dead game they've been playing years and years ago. Still playing that same mess like that's going to work. You're not that little girl. You're not the karmic little girl. You're not living in a la la land and delulu land about a man or a woman no more. No. Just like they need to man up, you've already manned up and womaned up. You already did it. When you made it in your mind that you ready, when you did that and made that decision, then you manned up and womaned up. You did what was required because now you saying you ready. And if you ready, you ain't playing no games. Whoever come in your life, they're going to have to treat you with dignity and respect. And you're going to follow suit because it's not no one-sided relationship. It's not no you give me everything and then I just take. Oh, no. It's not the roles going to reverse. It's because somebody did you bad in the past. Then you going to change the role and just try to make somebody always give to you. That's not the way it's going to work either. It's an equal give and take for both parties, for a relationship, a divine relationship, to be able to be blessed, kissed by the Most High, and accepted and acknowledged by the Most High. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. Focus on focus on yourself first, then you focus on each other. Always be honest and truthful, even if you think it's gonna hurt. because God can always mend those broken pieces. But you are done with people like this. You're moving on to people who are healed, people that are not broken, people who've healed their broken heart, people who are ready just like you are. And you're not intimidated. You're not worried about this. You don't want nobody like this. You don't want them. No matter if they come in forcing their way in or not. You don't want them. And you're not going to accept that. You know your worth now. You know who you are. And the bar is higher than this person could ever give you. You don't want that. You don't want it in your life. You want something better. Value, substance, being someone that's able to give, someone that's able to speak, and somebody that's grounded and rooted and know who they are. All that pretending and flipping and dipping and trying to play games and power plays and all that, that's over with. Nobody's dealing with that anymore. If we got to deal with that, we'll be single. Because we know that being single, we can always keep our own self happy. It's not that we need somebody, it's that we want. But when you want and when you desire, doesn't mean that you have to settle for anything. Doesn't mean that you have to settle for somebody to mistreat you, use you, and abuse you, and treat you like trash. Not willing to give you your just due. Whatever you do, whatever you are, whoever you are. Being able to see who you are, acknowledge it to your face. Give you your just due of who you are, and you would do the same. There's no one person above the other. It's equal give and take. We give to each other. But these type of people don't know how to do that. All they know how to do is take. All they know how to do is force their way in. They want control to be able to get you where they want you to be, which is under their feet. They want to be ruler over you. You too much, you too high. I got to take you down. For you to be with me, I got to take you down because I got to be above you. No, ma'am, no, sir. I don't need that. I don't need a ruler over me. I got one. The collective already got a ruler. We don't need another ruler over us. We need someone that's willing to love us and let me love them. That's what we need. Somebody that's going to use their intellect, their wisdom, to be able to gain clarity on how to keep and sustain a relationship. Not looking at other people's relationships, envying what they have, but being able to work on what they have and be happy with what God gave them and what they chose. Not envious and looking at other folks, wishing and hoping and praying for somebody else's husband or wife when you got one. And this is just about clarity and truth. Because God gonna always give you that clarity. He's always gonna give you that truth about you and about the other individual. God is gonna always tell you how and what to do. It may not always be pleasant. It may not be something that you want to do. But it's gonna be what you need to do and what's required for the relationship. And if you're not mature enough to be able to take heed to what God is telling you to do concerning that relationship, then you don't need to be in one. Because some things that you're going to have to do that you don't want to do just for the sake of the relationship. It's some things about yourself you're going to have to change. You're going to have to mature. You're going to have to do because God sees fit. God sees all. And God knows what's needed and what's required in that relationship to sustain it. It's not all about sex. It's not all about the fire. The fire, the intimacy, all of that is all under this. It's an aspect of a relationship. You got to be able to have sex. You're going to be able to have intimacy, but you're going to have to be able to know how to put it in its proper perspective where everything comes around full circle and is satisfactory and is grounded and rooted. It's not excessive. This is all we do. This is all that's satisfying. This gets old after a while. You got to find ways to utilize this energy that will maintain the relationship and cause it to be equally satisfying and longevity. Equal and longevity. Not short-lived. It's fast, it's good, it's hot, but then it's not. So you got to be able to take this energy and use clarity, wisdom to be able to have this energy and be able to make it work for you longevity in the long run. Not just hot, good, and then temporal, and then it's not. And then the relationship is over because it was rooted in something that was temporal. When you got so much more in a relationship than just this. You got to be able, when you in a relationship or going after a relationship, you have to get with people who is going to learn about you, you going to learn about them, and you guys are be able to have them long, deep conversations where you both know where you stand. Where one is like this, the other one could come in and give them clarity, give them honesty, clarity, ground this person to be able to help them come together with you to have longevity in this aspect. This is just one aspect, but it's so much more in a relationship than just fire. You got water, you got earth, you got air. You got all these other elements that goes into a relationship. Fire is not just the one, but fire is what most people put a lot of emphasis on in a marriage and in a relationship. And fire is not going to withstand. It's not going to give you longevity. You got to be able to do more. You got to be able to see more. You got to be able to teach and learn from each other to have what you need in a relationship on both parties. That starts at the beginning. This person have to love you and have to respect you. It's respect who you are. And if they don't get that, if they don't learn and respect who you are, whether you are strong, whatever it is, and vice versa, both people have to respect each other, respect the strengths and the weaknesses and the flaws. Respect goes a long way. Because if you respect someone, when you disagree with them, that respect is still there. It's still lingering. It's still between you two. And you still be able to disagree, but that respect holds it together. Right? But anyway, I gotta go. Because I can go on and on and on and on and on. And God wants me to, but I gotta go. So with that being said, hit the subscribe if you have not subscribed. And I just want to tell each and every one of you, thank you so much for subscribing and giving me a chance. Thank you so much for your comments. But I ask that you continue to comment, because comments is energy exchange. I just got through talking to you about fire. That's energy. I'm not asking for you to send me a donation. I'm not asking you to do all that. If you just like the video, subscribe, like the video, share, comment. If you don't do anything but hit an emoji, I appreciate that. And comment, let me know if what I'm saying is resonating with you. Let me know. Talk to me. Let me know. That helps me be able to know if I'm on the right track. You know, was that a good read? What was I reading good? What? It lets me know. So don't be shy, right? Let me know how you feel. Tell me how you feel, right? Okay, so with that being said, I'm gone this time. Sending you love, sending you healing, and Trinity is